Well, hello everyone. Abram, thank you for tier 1 sub. 2 months. That's almost a year. Willow Mac, welcome in as well. Apparently we're going to do some art. Apparently the people have spoken and we need more enemies. And it's true. It's true. We do need more enemies. Let's get a quick demo here to show you guys that I successfully did a thing off stream. They said it couldn't be done. But that pig has a strawberry. We already did that much. Oh wait, that's not gonna work. Forgot, this guy's immune. Well, okay, that was a bad example. Okay, here we go. But now he can actually, okay, he didn't that time. He can choose to use the strawberry. Let's see if he does it. Welcome in, Al. He can use it. Boom. And it works. Incredible. He can do it. It was actually really easy to do. It was actually really easy to add that, as it turned out. A wasp. There are no wasps in the Dabbleverse, unfortunately. That's canon. There are no wasps. There are bees, but we already started drawing a bee. All right. So I'll give you the choice. I can sketch out an idea for something new, or we can actually work on making a bee. Moles are friends, not enemies. Moles. All right. We'll start our mole. Oh wait. It's Max choice. Max choice. Dog person. Man, you remember the time that Paper Mario introduced an entire people of dogs, and then they never got mentioned ever again? Wasn't that weird? What were they called? The doggos. Let me see what these were. None of them were fightable. What were they? What were they? Let's see here. Dugans. They were Dugans. Yeah, Abram's right. And Al's right. Dang it, everybody knew. Sorry, Theron. We're working on the bee. That's the official decision made. Is bee time. Let's pull up our bee. This is what we got. Well, they're kind of like stitched a bit. They're like stitched up people. With, like, you can see visible stuffing coming out of them. What are they? Let's see here. Species. Twilighters. They're just called Twilighters. But they have visible stitching, and the mayor has visible stuffing coming out of him. Franken people? I don't know if that's what they're meant to be. I feel like they're meant to be, like, plush or something. Like they have actual stuffing, but not, like, body parts. Let's see. There were bulbs, nibbles, change hump like fish. Okay, I guess they're a whole species. Sure. Pig. Pig is a species. I guess it's, I don't know. I mean, what I imagine is, thank you for that, Lizard Party, is they drew up a lot of concept art for various areas of the game. It's like, all right, spooky area. And they're just like, all right, spooky dolls, spooky pumpkin, spooky ghost man. Spooky Tower and Spooky Woods. And then maybe they just stuck. I have no idea. Do we have like an actual... Is this our working art here? Can we just take this and work with it? I forgot what his eyes look like. Dupless. Dupless forever. Okay, so we can do that for when he's injured. He can have that going on. All right, attach this outline. Oh, these wings are not good. These wings are not separate. That's terrible. More lizard parts. There's a lot of lizards going around. A lot of lizards going around lately. It's weird. Okay, so these need to be detached. So we're going to try and do this and then kind of work our way around from there. Okay, so now we got one wing here, one winged bee. So now this one, we can get rid of the other wing. Let's use this brush. Oh. Lizards are very in season. It's true. It's true. I'm not going to deny it. Yeah, the lizards are in season. We know. We know about the lizards. There we go. Something like that. That'll be a wing. And maybe if we just make it fast enough, it'll work, but we may have to do some shenanigans on it to make it work. Okay, so there's that. Is that a bee? Is that a working bee? It seems like... We have Willow to thank for the lizard apocalypse. It's Lizardmas. It's Lizardmas, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I think this is everything we need. So let's start moving things around. You. Go up here.
Dubs cool, dubs cool, dubs cool, dubs cool, dubs cool, dubs cool.
Dubu, thank you for that 32nd month, almost a year. A rare Dupu at this hour. Shoutouts to Dupu, ladies and gentlemen, who is fixing his sleep schedule. Maybe. It could be done. It could be done. Stranger things have happened. He is not. He will be the first to tell you. If he's up at 1 a.m., it's not fixed. Well, yeah. That's true. All right. There we go. There's our bee body. Very fixed. Sleep sub. PNG, b.png. Let's skip this one. All right. Art. Let's see if we can start piecing together a bee. The fact that we're actually going to piece together a bee means the bee has to be in the game. Oh, we're getting a raid. Welcome in, Avocado Violet. Thank you for that raid. Welcome in, everyone coming in from Avocado Violet's channel. Avocado, if you've been having a long stream, need to run out, totally understand. Please feel free. If you're hanging out, I'd love to hear about what you're working on. Always fun to see other people in the game dev category. For anyone who... Okay, now there's lizards covering the screen, so cool. Thanks, everyone. For anyone who is interested in what we're working on here, we're doing an old Paper Mario style game. Give me anything I gotta get. Well, you know what? Totally fine. You got to raid and run. Still, thank you so much for bringing your people over. I will take good care of them. You can trust me. Don't worry. She got evicted. Oh no. Closing time. You don't have to go home. You can, yeah. No. All right. Dobbs community, behave. First of all, lizard party is still allowed. It is still very much Lizardmas. But otherwise, so the old Paper Mario games are some of my favorites. I'm a particular fan of Thousand Year Door. I was very excited that it got a remaster. Very fun. Love it. I think the world needs more of that genre. Bug Fables, for anyone who... that Bug Fables immediately comes to mind. Yes, good game. Very good. It is in the correct genre. It mixes up the formula a little bit, but stays true to the roots. I want to do more of that. I want to make another one of those. And so we're building it from the ground up in Godot. Homemade art, homemade code. I'm doing the whole shebang. Building a battle engine from the ground up. Is that cat about? Oh, she sure is. Let's skip Dabble's turn. Oh boy, is she ever. There we go. She's a mean kitty. She is a mean. Yeah, okay, yeah, she's mean. Yes, it's true. But yeah, we got a decent battle system in place, multiple action commands, little mini games, less gory than expected. This is a fun, happy-go-lucky kind of world. There's not gonna be gore. There's gonna be fun and adventure. There's whimsy afoot. Look at this pig. Look at this pig and tell me you are not having a good time right away. But what if the frog? Dabble creepypasta. We're gonna mod this game to add blood and gore. Thank you. Yeah, we got frogs and hats. We got big windmills. We got why does this ladybug look so stretched out all of a sudden? Did it? Oh, something went wrong with the ladybug, I think. It's way stretched out now. What did you do, Willow? What did you do to the ladybug? Mods, stretches ladybug. Long bug. All right, great. Now we have a long bug. We have a bug in the code. Okay. So for everyone who's coming in, we are about to try to piece together a basic enemy to add into the game. We've got like, how many different enemies do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how many enemies we have. We have a lot. But we need more. The thing with any game of this type is you need 100 enemies. You need like 100 different enemies to make the game interesting. And we're going to make it happen. Bit by bit. That's a lot to do. Tonight, can we get boars? Can we get boars? Chat, can we get boars? Let's see here. Did we actually do that? Oh! Yes, we have boars. Including boar with a helmet and boar on a balloon. It is very important. And there's going to be another variety. So the pigs are the Goombas of the game. They are Piggles, the Piggles, and the Hoggles. And there'll be some other variant, I'm sure. I'm thinking maybe a robot version that we could call a toggle, because that works. Captain, welcome in. Thank you for that lizard party. How was your stream today? Is that a flying pig? Well, yes. He's not really flying, per se, as being carried by a balloon. Who tied that balloon to him? Who knows? Thank you for the follow we just got. I appreciate that. All follows are anonymous, so feel free to announce or don't. That's fine. And another second follow. Thank you very much, everyone. If you are interested in this genre of game, it was Dupu. He did it. It was him. He messed up all my balloons and pigs. Yeah, I saw you were playing other people's games. Viewer levels, basically. That's a little joke for the Mario Maker 2 crowd here, which is not much of a crowd anymore. Gosh, where did all the Mario Maker 2 community go? Well, thank you, Linux developer. I appreciate that. Godot has been fun. I did Unity a while back, and it was okay. Now I'm really heavily into Godot, and it's hard to go back. Kernel development, no. Kernel development in JavaScript? What's all this game dev stuff? Gosh, it was weird. Like, Mario Maker 2 was the first thing I streamed that actually got people to show up and, like, watch the stream. And it was weird because when I started doing that, I couldn't do anything else and still have people hanging out. Mario Maker 2 is a very insular crowd. They want to see Mario Maker 2. They do not want to see other games. Very weird. I mean, I guess every game has that to some degree. The Robors. So let's make a bee. Let's make a bee. We're making a new enemy, or at least starting one tonight. Thank you. A fourth follow in the span of 2 minutes. Thank you so much, everyone. Hopefully this says good things about, like, that people like this genre to some degree, or that people are here for my charming personality and exquisite masking. 5 follows. Thank you again. Wow. And a lizard party. Lizard, but no, the lizards are friends. There will be some lizards in chapter 3, I think, as NPCs. Here for the Godot stuff. Heck yeah, Godot. Godot is fun. I really enjoy it. I've been having a lot of fun. The one thing I did actually enjoy in Unity that is difficult to get used to is one script per node. Having to do this sort of composition thing of, oh, if you want more scripts, you gotta have more nodes under it, just little dummy nodes or something. It takes some getting used to. I get it. It's just kind of like riding on the other side of the road. It's just, there's nothing inherently better one way or the other. But we're getting there. Do not. I do have a redeem. Maybe someone else will redeem it for other better things. Okay, let's get this art loaded in here. We spent pig orcs. Perfect. Where's my art folder? Delta's art. B.ping. Oh, but one thing. Okay, let me soapbox for a bit about Unity and something I really hate. Every time I go back to Unity, I'm like, why is this not a standard feature? How can this happen? Can we have elves? No, there's no elves. There's no... What? There's no elves. No, if anything, there would be like field mice or something. The allies are all planned out already. They will be slowly revealed. The mice, no, we have rats already. We have, there he is. Look at him. Hit him with the idle bop. Elf named Jeff. Jeffrey, no. It's such a good song, isn't it? Okay. So Unity. I promised to talk smack about Unity. And I know. Look, all right. Unity is okay. Let me get that out of the way. For everyone that has the sanity and the level-headedness to say, use whatever tool works for you, yes, Unity is okay. But I happen to know that a lot of people who've moved away from Unity for certain reasons over the last few years love to hear negative opinions about Unity, and I'm gonna satiate that thirst right here. Controller mapping. I have a controller. Let's say this is not my controller. This is a box of mints that I got for Christmas, and I still didn't open it because I don't like mints. So I've got my controller here, and I'm playing the video game, and I'm like, you know what? For this particular controller, I wish I could swap A and B button in game. And sure, most games will let you do that. That's a very normal thing where you don't have to use some kind of third-party software or controller throughput thingamabopper. So it makes sense for in the engine somewhere for you to have an API to access where you can say, hey, game engine, I know I said that button 1 was going to be jump. We need to change that. I need you to use button 2 instead. Unity does not let you do that at all. You have to abstract it yourself in Unity. So in Unity, where you assign the controller mapping, you can say, hey, button 1 is mapped to the following action labels, where you can say something like, oh, button 1 is mapped to confirm and jump and start game or something like that. And button 2 is mapped to cancel and block and whatever else. And then you look for those strings in your input check. But if you wanted to have that swap mid-game, you cannot. The only way you can do that is instead of mapping to jump and confirm, you instead map to some abstract button called button 1 actions, and then you yourself have to physically check you have to build some kind of mapping function that says, all right, for now, button 1 maps to jump and confirm through this middleman. Because Unity will not let you swap that mid-run at all. And I'm sure there's some libraries that can do that. That is such a critical fumble from Unity. Now, let me admit, I have not messed with it yet to personally confirm, but my understanding is yes. In Godot, you can say, hey, this action, change the mapping mid-run, just change the mapping for me. Okay, Godot can do that. How Unity does not have that is beyond me, because I was working on something and I was like, okay, yeah, but how do I allow for controller remapping? And I was reading the documentation like, oh no, you can't. You have to build your own input management system on top of the existing input management system. Okay, stepping off the soapbox. Thank you for hearing me out. This is tonight's complaint about Unity. We can have another one tomorrow as a treat, if you're all really nice. I feel like it's a minor thing. Like it's a compared to all the other terrible things there are going on with Unity, I feel like me getting up here and ranting for 5 minutes about the fact that you can't remap the controls without programming your own controller management system, I feel like it's dumb. And another thing, and this is something that I'm surprised doesn't exist at all without libraries. Like, as far as I've seen, the major game engines do not let you do this at all without some kind of third-party library, which is, I want to know what the button looks like. When the player presses a button on the controller, the computer knows a little bit about the controller. It knows what the controller is reporting that it is. And it says, oh, this is a Nintendo Switch controller. Oh, this is an Xbox controller. Oh, this is some third-party thing I'm not really sure about. I have no idea why the game engine itself does not tell me, oh, button 1 on this controller is a blue circular button with the label B. Because when I'm doing all of this, hey, press B to jump, I would love it if it recognized what controller I'm using and gave the appropriate color coding or shape or whatever for that. That feels like that should be a pretty, well, okay, I'm not going to say super doable thing, but the fact that it can recognize all these different controllers means these engines, gosh, Al, these engines at least can recognize these controllers and interface with them properly. Admittedly, that there is a pretty well-defined standard for that. But I would love it if there was just minor updates that patched in, like, hey, such and such new generation of console came out. We've added mappings for those so that you know what the controllers look like, and we're baking very crappy images in, or at least some kind of dedicated like button description shape or something. Like, it doesn't have a vector. Give me a vector or something to keep SVG. I'm satisfied with. Oh, this one is a circle, a black circle with a white B in the middle. Perfect. That's all I need to know. Now I can draw it on screen in my text box when I'm tutorializing. All right. I'm sorry. I got a little bit worked up there about controllers. But no, you got to do that yourself. You got to do all that yourself. Or more likely, when the time comes, find a library that can do that. Let's base this off of like, we could probably copy, let's just copy pig. Why not? Wait, let's copy balloon pig. Let's copy balloon pig. Can't fit. Oh, right. You're not doing the thing I think you are. Okay. B. Give me the B. Oh, most of those are about back when we ran Mario Maker, and we could do Mario Maker Q stuff. It was its own thing back then, you know. It was we got to keep our order of events going. Let me check my source control and make sure I'm not about to screw something major up. This seems fine. Okay, we're good. We're good. If I mess something up, we can roll back. That's the important thing. That's what we care about. If we mess things up, can we roll back or not? Space. Balloon layers. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. Right now, the balloons do support a system where if you hit them with attacks that have a sharp trait, the balloon does pop and drop the pig. Okay, so we're gonna move this here. Confirm that we can watch this. Yeah, all right. So now we can work in 2D for a bit before moving everything to 3D. All right, legs. Body. balloon, body. Honestly, let's just delete this as well. All right, let's create a placeholder for the legs. And then let's start pulling on the bee art here. Oops. Give me the bee. It's too big. It's too big of a bee. All right, first off, it has to be facing to the right. So let's start with nice -1 transform. Let's take a region here. Looks great. Looks great. Let's pump it up 250 for a nice even number and 205. B. Now, the question is this B, like, huge right now? Is this way too big? We'll find out. We'll find out. I feel like this might be a little bit big compared with what we were looking at earlier, but we'll see. All right, copy this, paste it, and let's start chopping things up a bit. Back legs were these, I think. Yeah. Back legs. And then front legs. Front legs are going to be a little bit easier to see, for one thing. And we need to change the ordering of this. Give it a little bit of a Z index shift here. Are these the back legs? Hang on a second. Which one of you guys are the back legs? Okay, the front legs are... Yeah, okay, these are the front legs. We're good, we're good. Back legs should look like right about there. Okay, had to compare against our original image that we drew. Next up, we need eyes. We're gonna attach those to the bee for transform reasons. The eyes are the windows to the soul, and this bee has a lot of soul. He's also got some cool shades, and he's not the first enemy in this game to have cool shades. It's starting to become a running theme, isn't it? That is a cool bee. Gosh, he's good. Oh, he's good. Okay, the wings also need to... Oops. Dang it. Now that I think about it, let's do this. Back wing is this one. Oh, right, and it's on this side now. He's gonna be flapping hard. That's right, that's right. I want to put a pivot point on this. This is one thing that I do think Unity has a slight leg up on. All this extra object makes things a little bit finicky. Okay, good. So that's back wing container. Now we'll duplicate that, but make it front wing container and front wing. Change the ordering back. Put it at 1 and grab the opposite here. front wing container needs to be like here-ish, maybe? Maybe? Let's see what happens when we start rotating that. How does that look? Perfect. All right, there we go. We pieced it together. We have a bee. See? All right, idle animation? Or do we get back to work on items? I know we did this as a bit of a derailment. I know the items are not going to be as interesting to watch, so maybe we'll continue with the bee for a little bit more. Okay, the bee. The bee. Rotation. It's got to be fast, I think. Also, is it pot? No. Negative 20. Negative 40. Why not? Okay, so this needs to be a fairly fast flapping motion. He's a bit of a flapper. Let's see. Not fast enough, I don't think. I guess the idle animation, no, it needs to be what it is. Okay, let's try this. Maybe, actually, maybe. Hang on, that might do it. Let's try this. Here we go. Actually, you know what? That kind of works for me. That kind of works for me. I think he needs to have an initial, instead of negative 40, we go with like, I don't know, like 20 degrees or so, or maybe 10 degrees. So let's change this to like 15. Yeah, I think that's fast enough that it just kind of reads properly as a blur, which is what I want. But without actually drawing just a blur. Okay, and now we're gonna do not quite the same values here. Okay, so that made a reset track, right? Yeah, good. So we're gonna go with negative 15 and I guess 40 here, positive 40. Let's duplicate this a few times. I think that works. All right, go. Will we be putting him on tracks like the ladybug? No, he's a regular enemy. So similar to the pig with a balloon, he's just kind of, he's going to sort of just wander a bit. I don't know what his attack is going to be like yet. Like, I guess he needs a stinger, but he could just as easily, like headbutt you. I guess it depends. All right. What happens when he's hurt, though? What happens when he's hurt? I think we want to keep making him flap his wings. So let's grab... How long is the hurt animation for? 0.2 seconds. So let's grab these here. Oops. Copy. Paste. There we go. Okay, he's still not done on... idle animation's still not done, though. But... Oh, jump. Oh, this is weird. Jump is basically in the air, but he's always in the air. So I think what we'll do is we'll get rid of jump as a track. All right, now before we proceed, I need to double check a certain pig with a balloon and make sure that this has not screwed up his animations. Okay, that looks fine. Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm paranoid now about like shared track stuff. Like, oh, you got to make it unique and all that stuff. Can a bug spray being used by a bug? Poison damage. Poison damage, I say. Okay, so animation. Let's real quick jump over to the jump animation. Here we go. Reset to jump. Okay. If not on floor, wait. If you're on the floor or you're a flying thing, then you use, okay, we're good. It's not even going to use his jump animation. It's only going to use his idle animation when he's in the air. Perfect. Good. But his walk animation could be something different, and so it's going to depend on whether or not he's actually moving. Chunk of honey. There is the idea that we will have some sort of honey status effect, like sticky honey. The cat is not always going to be your partner. You can swap between multiple partners in this game. Should I make him flying? Sleep is going to be hard. How's he going to sleep? All right, so we need him to idle, for one thing. So that means we need his body to be bobbing. So let's get his position. Set that, set that. Let's have it cubic, and let's have him scoot up by, like, I don't know, 10 pixels? What does that look like? How are his legs not? I guess they are separate, aren't they? They can be part of, they can be underneath. It's fine. We can still add some secondary motion to the legs. Check it. I'll show you. I'll show you all. So all we gotta do, scoot this back a little bit and give this one like -9. Oops, got him backwards, I guess. Zoop, zoop. And make it cubic. That's in the front somehow. Legs, back, ordering. There we go. Much better. B. Why don't children go to bed when they're supposed to? That is a great question. Jeez, that's a great question. I've asked myself that many times. Yeah. All right. Beds stink. Well, that's interesting. When I focus on a different window, the animation slows down enough that we get kind of a shutter effect. That's fun. All right. Well, that's the idle animation. Sleep animation. All right. let's start with the idle animation, I guess. All right, so he's sleeping. What does it look like when he's sleeping? Like, I could just have him nod. That usually is a bit of a winner. Rotation. Except we need to like double the length of this animation here. I feel like I almost want to have these wings going on a separate track, but no, I'm not going to do that. All right, so let's do this, and then let's do this. So he's still bobbing, but let's slow this down quite a bit, and then do something like this. Make it cubic. Ooh, that's not good. All right, hold on. That's not good. Don't like that. That, I think will help. And then also I need that and that. Sozman, welcome in. All right, that's totally a bee that's dozing. It's hard to do a sleep animation for sleep status effect for an enemy that is supposed to be in the air. All right. Tired. Tired is a misnomer. He is actually when he's tired, that's his poisoned animation. So that one is gonna be have him be rotated. Maybe he can bob a little bit, but not much. And also his glasses need to be like a little bit down or something. That looks more like the hurt. What would this? What else can we do with this? No, that doesn't really look good at all. We'll figure something out. Starting to learn Godot. Heck yeah, Godot's been a lot of fun for me. Okay, that's him poisoned. Boy, this guy does not have... We did not make him very puppetable, as it turns out. Walk is going to just be the same as the idle animation, I'm afraid. For now. Maybe we'll change that later. Hurt is the big one. Hurt is the big one. This one is super... This one's going to be super great. We're going to mess with the position and rotation of the glasses. So let's have those glasses looking a little bit silly. It's like, wow. I just saw the alert. We got an ad coming up in 5 minutes, so watch out. Also, let's take the whole guy and rotate him. What is the hotkey for this? E. E for rotate, of course. Of course it's E for rotate. Why wouldn't it be E for rotate? Okay, this is him getting hurt. Wah! Perfect. All right, there we go. We have, right, reset track, reset track. Uh-oh. Reset track doesn't have glasses? No, could not be. Well, luckily I can fix that. This needs to be 0. And the position needs to be not freaking that. Like there. There we go. There's our reset track. All right, there's our B. Now, the way we built the system out is we then need to delete everything in here and then copy this and put it in here and change this animation player to look at the sub viewport instead of this other node. The reason for that, it is easier to animate 2D sprites in 2D, but Willow. Well, Willow, thank you for that tier 1 sub for Sozman. It's pretty kind of you. Thank you. Sozman, welcome to the channel. Enjoy those wonderful emotes and ad-free viewing. What a pal, Willow. David, welcome in. Come on in here. Take a load off. We're making a B. He's Buzzy. He's Fuzzy. Oh, right. So the thing about 2D. Since we're doing like a paper game, our sprites are being animated in 2D, which means we want to use the 2D canvas. But the actual things are on the 3D side, and they're too big. Holy crap. Hang on a second. Let's deal with that, shall we? This guy right here is maybe a little bit too big. Let's scale him a bit. That's better. All right, now let's check this and make sure this works. All right, no cutoff. We're not seeing any cutoff here. What about the hurt animation, though? Perfect. Looks good. Looks good. This guy is ready for action. Look at that. Incredible. I can put him in the game like right now if we wanted to. All I need to do is add an entry to our enemy directory. So what are we gonna call this fella? What are we gonna call this friendly fellow? This is B. This is a B. This is B. This is scene B. That B should be in the intro. Perhaps someday the B will be in the intro. So maybe the bees could be a chapter 2 thing. They're definitely not chapter 1. So they're gonna be kind of moderate health enemies. So 8 HP could be believable. I'm gonna put him at 6. Strength of 2. That's a B. All right, wow. Baited. B is now going to be added in the intro. Unbelievable. B. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Well, there you go. The lizards all over again. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna do something silly here. I'm just gonna add B temporarily. Let's get in a fight. Let's get in a fight and see a B. All right, we get in a fight. Do we get a B? Oh, well, what do we have here? Let's see it throw honeycomb. We did not give it any new moves. We did not program any moves, so it's going to use some existing moves from the game. Oh crap, I just realized. Does it count as flying? I guess it does. Maybe not yet, but it should. All right, B, bring it on. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz. All right, there we go. He works. He works. Okay, he doesn't actually count as flying yet. He should. And we should move him up higher, honestly. All right, there we go. We have a B in the game. How do we make him fly again? Is flying true? That's it. There we go. Now he's officially flying and can't be targeted by the ground. Willow! What the heck? What the heck and heckers are you doing? Thank you for that tier 1 sub to David. He liked your beat, therefore gift sub. Unbelievable. Okay. Theron redeemed. Theron has been throwing out channel points. And has redeemed Derail the Stream, wanting a 10-minute exercise bike stint. So that's cool. Guess we should at least get on a scene where something can be on screen for people to see, or otherwise it's going to be a very dull 10 minutes. All right. What are we going to talk about? Oh, Abram. Jeez. You guys are going to make me want to turn Hype Train on. Scam Train. Thank you for the follow there. All follows are anonymous. All right. Let's do this so that I can still access my mouse, sort of. Finally. Theron is finally low on points again. All right, so I need to turn on... There we go. Yeah. The bike guts. All right. Well, here we go. Let's see how many calories we can get. For all of you who are here and have no idea what's going on, I'm riding an exercise bike because of peer pressure. Luigi does game dev. No. All right, let me look at some of our notes for... Oh gosh, an ad's in progress too. People who don't have a sub are gonna be coming back to this and be like, what happened while I was gone? What is going on? Why is this man on a bike now? Unbelievable. It is so healthy. Unfortunately, it is healthy. Okay. Well, we got 10 minutes to brainstorm. 10 minutes of this redeem until brainstorming. Actually, 9 minutes now. We'll live to be 900 years old. Yeah, but if I have to be biking for 900 years... Okay. So... Now that we're stuck on the bike for another 8 minutes and 15 seconds, thank you for the redeem, Theron. I'm glad you're almost out of points. Let's talk about what else we need to work on next. I added some code so that enemies can spawn with items and can actually use items in some circumstances, but I want them to be kind of smart about it. If they spawn with a healing item, I don't want them to always use it. I want them to wait until someone on the enemy team has taken damage. That part is done. So the next piece is make them be able to spawn with offensive items, like a baseball. And for that, they should always be able to use it. So that should be a little bit of code to write for that next feature. That's easy. Okay. Now here's something for everyone to help plan out and discuss, which is we talked last time about how if you go into a fight, run away, and go back into the fight,
you will always get the same fight. It does not re-roll on the fight table to figure out. It does that when the room loads. So when this windmill room loads, those two enemies wandering around, they have their fight baked in. And that's good. We like that. So here's the next thing. The items. This is where it's going to be tricky. Let's say that the items are baked into the battle. If the enemy uses the item in battle, does the enemy still have the battle if you run away? Does the enemy still have the item if you run away and re-enter the fight? What about the enemies being able to steal something from the player's inventory during a battle? That is a possibility. There is precedent for that in Thousand Year Door of two different bandit enemies that can do that. You don't encounter them very often. They're only found in 2 places in the entire game. And they're not very interesting. But it's kind of fun, I guess. But let's say that you walk into a battle and you see that an enemy has a useful item that you want. Maybe an expensive item. Should you be allowed... Well, let's see. The enemy, you've got some kind of move or technique that can allow you a chance of stealing the item, but it fails. And the enemy uses the item instead. Should you be allowed to run away and re-encounter the enemy to get another chance to steal the item? Because the enemy used it. Or should enemy item spawns be totally random? Yes, just yes. If enemy item spawns are random, that is much easier for me. Yeah. I mean, it's... You can call it a dice roll, you can call it a coin flip. Randomized in some way. It's going to be random, but it depends. What we would want to figure out is, when do we roll the dice? Do we roll the dice when you enter the battle? Legs revealed. The legs were always there, Short. Oh, we got 4 minutes, 15 seconds left. Everyone who's here for the first time tonight, I'm sorry. Dupu legs. If we roll the dice when you enter the room, then I need to think about, ooh, crap, that means we need to keep track of whether the enemy has used their item and then delete it from their corresponding encounter data. But if it's rolled when the battle starts, that's much simpler. But that does break the illusion that it's the same enemies every time. That's the tricky part. I think for now, we just say we roll the item when you start the fight, and we just don't worry about anything beyond that. Another one can appear at random. Oh, thank you, Soz. Ignore the bicycling. That's unimportant to what's happening here. Lizard party! Okay, we got 3 minutes left to bike. What if you defeat one enemy and then another one can appear? No. Maybe I don't understand the suggestion, but... So the fight may or may not be as it seems. After you defeat an enemy, another one appears. Do you mean like on the field or in battle, another one appears? Like you're fighting 2 bees, you defeat 1 bee, then a frog appears. Oh, okay. Like in battle, in the middle of battle, reinforcements arrive. There will occasionally be cases where enemies can join a fight, but it will not be a usual occurrence. It'll usually be something scripted, like in the tutorial fight. Because I want the player to be able to plan out their actions pretty well. That's part of the fun of this genre for me, is being able to run the numbers and be like, okay, I'm going to use this on him, and then if the enemy uses move A, I can just block it. If they use move B, I'll have to tank it and then spend 1 turn healing. That kind of stuff. I like that. That's what appeals to me. So anything random that happens like that, I think typically should be in the player's favor, and it'll be typically kind of minor. Now, if randomly the battle opens with, oh, this is 5 enemies to take out, you're gonna see that up front. The item they are battling for. What item are they battling for? You're talking about like the strawberry that the pig is holding? Or do you mean like a quest item of some kind? Because if that's the case, that's not a random occurrence. That's like... that's a scripted event. They have an expensive... oh, okay. And has a surprise item. No. That was merely an example of... that's how you defeat enemies for items. No, so... ooh, okay, bike is over. Finally. So typically, enemies will have a certain chance of holding items and a separate certain chance of dropping items after the battle wraps up and you get back on the field.
I got here at a great time.
Day, thank you so much. A 6-month tier 1 subscription, now here for 53 months. We're getting inundated with subs and follows tonight. It is a mess. That is, in fact, almost a year at this point. Yes, you can use the icons and stuff to make your own Dabble merch, or I'd prefer it to not be my physical human face. But the both Dabble Robot and the Dabble Pixel character are both totally up for use. Gotcha. Also allowed. Go in the ground. Into the ground. Okay, so we proved the B works. Nope, and I will not. Okay, so B is good. You are supporting it just by being here. Being here. For some reason, I work best with people seeing the slow progress, because then it's like, well, I gotta keep going now. Cat alert. I can sense it. That was a cat. Okay, let's do a little bit of actual coding here. In the battle events, wherein we check if you can use an item. Here we go. If enemy unit held item is an HP item, and it heals some number of HP, then yeah, as long as one of the targets is injured, then that's a valid target. You can do it. But if it's not a healing item, then I don't really know exactly what we're looking for. I guess we're just looking for any target is fine. So let's try this. Battle, let's look at our enemy directory. Let's give the pigs a baseball. Does that sound good? We're gonna give the pigs a baseball. There we go. So filtering is like taking a list and removing some items. Okay, we did not get any regular pigs. So try this other fight over here. Okay, well, still no regular pigs, so let's re-roll the room. There we go. Okay, he's got a baseball. He's gonna use it. Baseball deals 5 damage. Oh, thank you, Soz. Baseball deals 5 damage, and if I remember right, it's non-blockable. So this, I don't know if defense will even count, or if it's just gonna do a flat 5 damage. Ooh, didn't like that. Because the object has no HP value, so we have to say dot get the HP value and default to 0. All right, from the top. That's why. Because baseballs do not have a listed HP value. Okay, we got lucky. We got the same battle. Defend, defend, get baseballed. No. Oh, right. He has the option to use the baseball, but it's not guaranteed. It gets added to his move list. Here we go. I did block it. Okay, okay. You can defend. You can defend a baseball. Are we supposed to be able to defend against a baseball? Well, the important thing is that it worked. Let's look at the baseball move. First off, change this guy back to strawberry. Next off, use baseball item. Back. Hurt actions. It is piercing. It is flat damage. To catch the baseball? I don't think so. It's an interesting idea. But it kind of breaks away from the idea of what it is. Okay, so what does piercing and what does flat damage do, first of all? Flat damage says, okay, flat damage says don't look at the enemy's strength. Don't add the enemy's strength if it's flat damage. It's just 5 damage, not 5 plus extra for a strong enemy. Just 5. Okay, so that's what flat damage is. What about piercing? What is piercing damage? I should define these somewhere, huh? Piercing damage means account for the enemy's defense score. But blocking, okay, so, oh boy. So we got a lot going on here. Piercing should skip this then. We have final damage amount. Normally, you add the unit's strength, unless it's flat damage. Here we go. Action Command Guard drops damage by 1. Blocking as a tactic drops damage by 1. But that should only happen if it's defendable. So let's move the block tactic into this, as well as the guard tactic into this. Okay, so now that 5 damage, you can't defend, you can't block. You're getting 5 damage. He be healing. There we go. I think that's a good change. Piercing damage. Yeah, even if you're doing your block, that's not going to help. Piercing damage is very special. All right, cool. Fixed that. Enemies now properly can use attacking items. That's good. Would it work if I gave him a bowling ball? Give him a bowling ball. Enemy directory. Give it to him. Let the man have a bowling ball. Let the pig have a bowling ball. Here we go. Here we go. You ready for this? Not you. Not you. You are more likely to have a regular pig. There he is. Look at this. Look at this bowling ball back here. Acorns. I could see acorns as a possible attacking option. I like the bowling ball and baseball because they're just kind of fun. Just carrying that bowling ball around like it's nothing. All right, let's let this go through. We're immune. Here it comes. Yeah, five raw damage. Ooh, cat's hurting. Cat's hurting. Hit him with the insta-win. There we go. Solves that. City in the Sky. Weird dungeon. Weird dungeon. Coin. All right, cool. That works. Next up. Item pool. We are going to say you only have a 10% chance of holding an item. Flat 10% chance of having an item. Skyward Sword? No. City in the Sky was Twilight Princess. And it was weird. The other one you didn't play, exactly. It was a strange one. Twilight Princess was a Zelda game, yeah. The minigame category was Zelda Dungeons, and the answer was City in the Sky. Yeah, she's moving around a little bit. You need to go calm her. I'll be right back.
I would like to spin again.
What is he doing?
I don't know what he's doing either. He's heading towards another bankrupt.
Yeah.
Yes! Yes! I'm gonna solve the puzzle!
All right, go ahead.
It's like you don't even want a gift!
He could have had first place. What did he do?
I see it now. I see it. Little Sparky. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's a really good section. Nice. That was good. Oh, that ending is fantastic. Oh, man. Okay. Let's go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes! Nope. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. All right, we're back. Just had to have our nightly night terror. Everything is fine again. All right. Change this back to you have a 10% chance of holding an item, and then that's it. Now we can also do a chance of dropping an item. This is something we have been wanting to add. What is the chance of dropping this item? And that would happen... Ooh. We could do that right in here when we add and initialize. Do we want to do that here? Do I want to hear a dark humor joke? Not really. Thank you for asking first. That is very respectful. I appreciate that. I wonder if I should pull up that article on how TTYD item spawning works. It had a lot of good information on how they did it. I think we want to do something similar. All good. Very understandable. That is what separates the true jokesters from the trolls. It's all about trust, mutual trust. I have no idea what is the category? Super Mario Odyssey's. Yeah, Mario Odyssey thing. It's not polio. Poyo. Pokio? All right. Well, now I gotta look up what's a Pokio in Super Mario Odyssey. Oh, it's the little birds with the extendable beaks. They poke. Pokio. Here. These guys. Hang on. These guys. Remember? Pokio. That's a Pokio. They poke. They're fun. They make a good fun sound when you spring off the walls. You won, Willow. But Al, it's your favorite game. Dropping an item. Don't worry about the bot. Don't worry about what the bot said. It's wrong. The bot does that. There's just too many moons for me. It's not even all of them is the hilarious thing. I culled a lot out. All right. So one little fun thing is I thought about making a new category for Godot node types. The problem is they're all like there's no spaces in these. So you'd be trying to guess for oh, I know this one. Importer Mesh Instance 3D. So that idea got shot down pretty quick. Welcome in, Rage. All right, let me check my to-do list. We're not gonna do that. Drop an item. Drop an item. We need to repair the ladybug. Good call out. Good call out. We do need to figure out what's going on with the ladybug. It looks fine right here. It looks fine. So what's up with this? Scale is okay. Open the scene. Change this to ladybug for one thing. Oh, nice. Okay, hang on. Let me add a invisible block. Check your normals, that's what they say. He's all stretched. Ladybug is all stretched here. It's got to be something in the butterfly code, right? What do we got? What do we have in the butterfly code? That's got to be what it is. Wing, flip, global position. If sprite 3D does not equal null, which it does not, then do this stuff. Speed. Scale. Right here. This right here is not the local scale. So this. So only do that if. All right, there we go. Yes, butterfly and ladybug use the same code. And as a result, the butterflies have a random amount of vertical variance in their paths. Like some of them fly kind of flat, some of them kind of bob a lot more. But that also stretches things out vertically. Okay, so we can get rid of this block. Boom. That should fix the butterfly. I mean, the ladybug. Yeah, they're only books. Ah, he's good again. Hooray. We did it. We did it. Should have a flock of pigs on balloons in the distance. Does the ladybug need collision on it? No. The lack of collision, for one thing, it's a lot easier. Second thing, it actually communicates something very subtle to people who are familiar with the language of video games, which is this ladybug does not do anything. Like it's a simple thing, but the fact that you cannot interact with it says this is decoration. Don't worry about it. That wasn't why I didn't put a collision on it. Oh, I just saw we got a follow. Thank you again, all the follows tonight. We're getting so many. I appreciate it. Follows are anonymous, but thank you for that. We are, gosh, why? Once I stopped playing video games on stream, I've just gotten a lot more interaction with the platform. Very hilarious. On the play video games platform, people do not really want to see play video games, as it turns out. All right, let's close that. Okay, item. 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 A grabbable item. How did we do this in chest? Right here, UI-global.getItem. Okay, that's very easy. You just pass it the item name and optionally a callback. So we need to have a field item. Like a dropped item. Okay. Actually, I guess we need a couple of these. Because we want to have a couple variants. In one case, we want to have items that can drop out of enemies, pop onto the ground, you can run over and pick them up. But we also want to have items that we can just set there in the world that you can run over and pick up that will not respawn. That's very important. This is just kind of like visible prizes. Not all prizes need to be in a chest. Just having some items sitting around is very good. And we'll make it so that we can sort of lure the player in certain directions to explore places when they can see something up on a ledge, like, ooh, how do I get to that? I want that item. That looks useful. So what we want is a grabbable item. I think we can use the coin code here. Coin from chest. Let's modify coin from chest a little bit. So we're going to take this here, which has the model, the scene, and the script. And we are going to make a new one called item-field. Item_field. Or should I spell it out? Item on field. Field is the terminology for not a battle. Something that is sitting out in the explorable, traversable world where you can run and jump and talk to people. That part of the game is the field. Where you will spend a majority of the game, but not an overwhelming majority of the game. A lot of the game will be in battles. A lot of the game will be in the field, and a significant amount of the game will be spent in dialogue. It is an RPG. All right, so we're gonna have item on field scene. We're going to detach the coin from chest script, but we are going to copy that into an item on field script. And then attach that to our item on field object. Collision shape will be round. That is fine. However, it will not rotate at all. We're going to take out this animation player here. Take out this model. Leave this area where you interact with it. That's the touch zone. Collision shape probably does need to be a bit bigger, though, for that. Oh, wait. Is that the size of it? Never mind. It's perfect. It's perfect. And then we want to add in a Sprite 3D for an item icon. Item icon is a scene already. Really? Does it have a script? It has a set. Okay, interesting. That's useful. That's quite useful. All right, then item icon it is. Throw it in there. Boom. That looks like that's the right size too. So item on field, we're going to expose a property. Called item item name. That's what we're going to go with. Our item key. That's a string. Could be something like strawberry. We're doomed. Let's see here. You do not collab. You do not get coin audio. You do not get money. We will instead do the same thing that chest does when you get an item, which is this right here. Item name, item key. Here we go. That should work. Don't need this. Don't need this. We may have some kind of timeout on this. Oh, so you do. Well, look at that. You have a crown now. Use it. It's really good. You're going to be really excited by what it does. Willow got an item drop. It's not yours, Al. You have no crowns. You're crownless. Great. Wonderful. Love it. Got everything but a crown. It's ridiculous. How could this happen? Why is it not like this? Is it capital S string? Okay. Good thing you got that tome. Let's see, we're gonna have an export var from battle. By default, this is false. And this is gonna be a to-do right here. What the heck? I know, right? Why did I make this? Why did I make this? GameCube game. The Legend of Zelda. Oh, yeah. Twilight Princess. There we go. Okay. There's our item. Item on field. Super easy. And it gives you the item when you do it. And we also need a to-do inventory full. We haven't defined any behavior for full inventory yet. That is totally fine. All right, what I want to do is I want to say that when we initialize... Let's see. We can just mess with the velocity of this thing, right? We can just say linear velocity equals vector 3 0 0 0. What do we do with coins? What's the speed of a coin when that pops out at the end of a battle? Let's see here. Find out where the coins pop out. Coins pop out in a fight right here. And they come out with a speed of 130 times 1.3. One 130 times 1.3. Okay, great. Luck is a slice up, which doesn't even get used anymore because that is for the Mario Maker queue. And we don't do Mario Maker cues. Yeah, actually, all the items are just command mimics. But the catch is they can be commands that are otherwise not allowed to be used. Al, hit us with a precept. That's what we need right about now. We need some words of wisdom. Keep your cloak dry. If your cloak gets wet, dry it as soon as you can. Wearing wet cloaks is unpleasant and can lead to illness. Wise words. I wish we got precept 6. Oh, that's one. Okay, I'm only gonna do this if it is from battle. I'm gonna make it pop up when it starts. Okay, so let's go to the encounter manager where we create coins, and let's just add an item right now. Let's just do that. Item scene is not, it's not that, it's not that, it's not that, it's that. So we have this preloaded. Var item drop equals item scene dot instantiate. Then we do item drop dot, and then we set its value. Let's say it's going to be a baseball this time. From battle equals true. And item key, let's say baseball. And then we can add it to the scene after battle. All right, who wants to see if that immediately crashes? Insta win. And then item pops out. Not seeing an item there. Why am I not seeing an item there? Huh? Can't help but notice there was no item. This happened. This happened. This did not happen. Like a hammer guy. It happens outside of battle. Outside of the fight. Why did this not happen? Or did it happen? Let's just check the remote. It would have been here. Item on field is there. There is an item on the field somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it didn't get the from battle key for one thing. That's worrying since I said yes, it is from battle. So I don't know how that happened. Okay, location. Where is it located right now? Global position. We need to do global position, don't we? Don't see it. Oh, there it is. Well, at least that worked. Okay, the delete needs to happen before that. Okay, well that's close. Yeah, it's because I didn't set the position at all. There we go. I wasn't setting it to the right position. That's on me. But a few other things of note is when the item is grabbed, we want to immediately hide it off the field. Secondly, it really did not look like it had from battle set, but we'll see what's going on with that. All right. So this time we should at least get it in the right place. Oh no, they lost. Okay, good. Hey, hey, wait a second. How are you still... Right, it's the same thing as before. It's the same thing as before. We gotta set the position after we add it to the scene. Okay, there's that. Next up, it needs the right thing. Item icon has to be set properly. That's got a item icon. Equals. Oh, I'm gonna need the. All right, let's see here. Item directory. Get item key, and it's item dot icon index. All right, try it again. Lizard party from lag. Heck yeah, let's go. Triple pig. Pig physics. Welcome in, lag. Okay, good, except coin wound up in the exact same place, which I'm not crazy about. But it's fine. But that worked. That worked right there. We picked up the item. Now I'm wondering if the coin should pop out quicker. Also, that item should probably go a lot higher. Have them do the Gmod clip. The source engine clip. Let's double the speed that it goes up at. See if that helps. It'll go a little bit farther as a result. Got it. I didn't got it. Love it. Okay. Reduce that to 5. Okay, I'm done fiddling with that. Oh, no, we're not done fiddling with all of it, though. Now we have to actually set up the code for choosing to drop an item or not. Like, all right, yeah, we beat the enemies, but do like a distributed. Right now I'm doing totally random. So when we set the number of prizes a little bit higher, more lizards. When we're getting like 5 or 6 coins, it's going to be a lot more of a circular spread. Item right now is just always going right. What's the category? Hang on, what's the cat? Minecraft. Oh, okay, yeah, I know what that is. It's good. The answer may surprise you. That's true. If it starts to bug me, I'll definitely give them a little bit of nudging around. I do something similar for... There's an action command where it actually counts. It is the one where you have to press the button in time. You looked it up. Hang on, I need to actually put on the right module here. Spring Barrage. Equip Spring Barrage. And then actually use Spring Barrage. So this one right here, this. That's overkill. So it gives each of them a specified block that they are allowed to shift in completely randomly. Although maybe I should let them overlap a little bit more. I don't know. Just reduce the margins, because you can barely tell as it is. But yeah, we could do something like that for the coins as well. Of, hey, you've got 6 coins, so you each spawn at your specified 60-degree block plus a random number between 0 and 60 degrees. And that way they never overlap. They can touch, but they'll never completely overlap. I mean, maybe we'd end up doing like 0 to 50 degrees or something to give them more margin. But that'd be an easy solution where you still get scattered stuff, and it looks sometimes like a couple are bunching together a little bit closer, but yeah, there's options. Vicariously. I mean, programming is just coming up with the steps of how something should work. I mean, there are bigger concepts like actually designing a system and like thinking about architecture and stuff, but that's just that, but to a bigger degree, and having a slightly more in-depth understanding of what's possible at what cost. But programming is just like writing a list of steps. Everything else is just coloring. It's just syntax. Syntax is the least important part. The editor does it for you if you've got like a decent GUI. A decent IDE, rather. Why did I go with GUI? Yeah. I feel them out. I touch them, I mold them, I check their vibe, and then I decide their fate. Gnomes? No. Gnomes are far too human. This is not a human game. This is not a game for humans like Mario. And the moles are not going to be cute. They're going to be little gremlins. Yeah, there you go. Plant people may be a possibility. The idea I'm having for Chapter 2 is really shifting in my brain. Originally, Chapter 2 was going to be... Oh, here comes the ads. You know, I'll wait for this spiel. I'm not going to cut into this. We are going to check my to-do list here. Enemy has a chance to drop an item. Right, that's what we were working on. Enemy item drop chance. We have to figure out when to choose to drop an item and when not to drop an item. It's just going to be a base chance, probably. of like 10% chance of dropping an item. And if that chance comes up, what do we do? What do we do in that case? Who's managing this encounter anyway? The battle manager is where we are storing the encounter details. So where is this going? What's happening here? Where's this getting set? Scene manager, encounter zone. I guess the encounter manager, we can provide it with a list of enemies that have been killed in combat. Like that might work. I don't think I want the battle system to handle generating the loot. Defeated enemy keys is an empty list, and it will become an empty list when we reset as well. Oh yeah. If a game is a bunch of lists, what happens if a list gets lost? Or a list gets changed by accident? What happens to the game? Code getting changed by accident is a real thing that happens. You can just kind of accidentally cut and paste the wrong value in the wrong place, and something you didn't expect will happen. Willow, imagine if you will, that you were writing a list of steps, a to-do list for the day. Get up, make a bowl of cereal, go to the store to get bananas. But some sneaky hamster goes up to your list and like swaps some of the words around. Now it says get up, make banana, and go to the store and buy cereal. What's going to happen? Well, exactly what the code says. So to answer your question, what happens if you write the wrong thing? It will do the thing you write. Now, what happens depends on exactly the nature of the change. Like sometimes it's something very obvious and easy to spot, like, oh, that value must be wrong. I can tell right away because I wrote this code. I know what is controlling that, and that should not happen in that case. Let's go see what happened. In some cases, it's something very subtle, and you won't notice until months later, and you're wondering, what? You'll be noticing a problem that looks completely unrelated. Sometimes the program will just stop completely. It'll just crash. I was working on making a change some time ago for Pen Pals, and I accidentally made some kind of change to the animal matching code where it determines are these two animals a match, and I had an explosion of animals. I combined two chickens, and then suddenly this mass of animals just swarmed the screen and it crashed. So that was fun. What is source control? That is a system that keeps track of your changes for you, so that if you make a mistake, you can actually rewind your code to a previous state. Think of it like undo and redo, but with many more useful features that let you immediately see, like, oh, you changed this line of this file on this date at this time, and you titled that list of changes working on battle system to allow items. Something like that. Sounds like source control is a absolute must-have. I keep recommending it to Casual, who's doing the music for this game. We're listening to his music right now. Shoutouts to Casual. I keep recommending him to use source control for his for the songs that he's writing. Yeah, that's a good point, Lag. Source control doesn't have to be an established, like, super crisp system. It can just be saving multiple versions of your files as you go. Having a backup copy on a thumb drive, that's source control to a degree. I strongly recommend using... I think GitHub is a great solution. It's easy enough to... Like, if you set up, like, GitHub Desktop, that's approachable. You don't have to know about any Git commands. It is very approachable to, like, the average super user that lays eggs and hatches more chickens to fight you. That's... There's some darkness there. A save spot in your computer. Yes, it's like keeping a save state. But not for a computer program, but like for a file. It's for files, or a folder of files. With the chickens. The chickens are a must-have. Okay, right. It's whimsy. It is whimsy, especially if the little chickens have shell helmets. Shellmets. It's like Birdo slopping out an egg. What was I about to say? And then I stopped because I wanted to wait for ads to be over. I was looking at this. Oh, Chapter 2. I was saying that the idea that I've had for Chapter 2 has changed significantly in my head. Initially, it was going to be like a very stereotypical treetop village of like, here's a bunch of big trees and tree houses and bridges between them that are swaying in the wind and vines and typical big forest fantasy. And I've got such a different idea in my head now that I'm trying to refine out to make it almost like some kind of mechanical array of something. Like, the first thought that came to my head is like a solar farm. But I'm like, something like that, but I still want the aesthetics of being under a canopy, but maybe make it something like a canopy of solar panels or something. And then add a bunch of like substation, power pole kind of stuff everywhere, and that's the aesthetic of the area. But it's all overgrown, so you still get this foliage stuff, but underneath all the greenery and vines is this layer of, oh no, that's just all pylons back there. That could be fun. That could be a fun little inversion. Okay. Oh gosh, we need to, if we're gonna raid out tonight, we better go ahead and take a look and see about that. I need to run my script that gets a list of people who are on. I do not want to raid into the ASMR programming channels. There are 2 of them for some reason. Okay, grab this object, open up my big spreadsheet. Yeah, that's why I think it's like, it's typical solar farm is much lower to the ground. So I'd have to use some creative license there, or change what's actually going on. What sort of people would run the farm? The farm's not running. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, so it was good good having you in. I love talking through the ideas about this game. I love making this game. So if you like Paper Mario, you're in the right place. You're among your people. All right. So then I take more columns. I take this, and then we paste this formula, and it tells us who's online that we can check out. Not a lot. There are some people that I don't know, but that means I haven't pre-screened them. You see, that's a problem. Yeah. I was thinking kind of like the sawtooth. So you get like the light filtering in, much like you might see light filtering in through the treetops. So when you start chapter 2, you get this vibe of big forest that's above the ground, beneath the canopy. There's lots of greenery everywhere, very cool, interesting. But then slowly you actually get to the canopy and you're like, oh, huh, I see. So that'd be fun. It'd be interesting. Let's see. What do we got here? No. All right, let me just look at the thumbnails. Maybe that will help me out with looking at bajillions of people. Yeah, I think we're gonna try and get a raid out going and see what happens. Let's see here. What do we want? I'm not limiting myself to Godot streams. I know that there's this habit of, oh, other people doing Godot. Let's see more Godot. And I will if we spot something interesting. The thing is that a lot of these channels are not doing game dev. Hey, that one's me. A lot of these channels are not doing game dev. And so I'm less interested in raiding into that. We're doing game dev. Come on. We're gonna see some game dev. It's got something in Godot, but I don't know what. No. That's just this. I've never looked at this. It's some weird AI chatbot channel. That's obviously not game dev. Widgets, AI. I have no idea what's going on there. You know what? GermDove is still on. He's doing speedruns. Maybe we'll do a Mario raid instead. I'm trying to space out repeat raids that we do, because there are some people that we have raided into that are online. I want to see like stair-step progress. Like we come in every couple weeks and raid in and see like, oh wow, this is what the project looks like 2 weeks later. This is cool. Show us more stuff. I think that's a good way to kind of spread the love a little bit further. See a lot more people instead of just looping through the same like 2 or 3 people every time. Speaking of raiding the same person every time, we're gonna go hang out with GermDove for the rest of the evening. I'm gonna work a little bit on this item spawning logic off stream probably. And I think tomorrow, now that coin drops and item drops and enemies using items, we finished all that. I think next time we're going to go on to Scene D, which was, I think, the first actual game scene we made. This one right here, we are going to improve this place a lot. This is the first of the city scenes. We're gonna revamp a lot of this. We're gonna make the road prettier. We're gonna add more NPCs. We're gonna have to do some writing to give them some conversations. This is where it all began. Also, we need to fix a terrible bug with how the camera works when you arrive. So we'll work on that. It will be wonderful. Oh no, it's great. They're great. Look at these. Look at all this cool. Look at all this cool stuff. Look at this cool portrait on the wall. That's great. All right, I'll see you guys over in GermDove's channel. Have a good night. Good luck with the coming week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.